Welcome to this week's edition of Biloxi A to Z, your insider's guide to what's happening in Biloxi. This is for Friday, January 21st, 2022. Today we'll have the latest on COVID-19 cases, vaccinations, and free testing. We'll have your weekend preview, and we'll tell you what this weather's going to do this weekend. The City Council and Amtrak had some scheduling announcements this week. We'll have an update from the site of the Fred Hayes statue, and we'll take you out to the A.J. Holloway Sports Complex to see the largest sport in Biloxi in action, under the lights. But we begin today with big numbers. The city announced this week that calendar year 2021 was a record-breaking year for the Biloxi economy. Businesses in Biloxi took in more money and paid more state sales taxes than at any other time in Biloxi's history. The city's Community Development Department, which oversees construction, land use, and zoning, reported that Biloxi saw a record $13.8 million in sales tax collections from January to December 2021. The monthly figures topped the $1 million mark for a record 10 months in 2021. How big was the year? It was a 24% increase over calendar year 2020, which came in at just over $11 million, about $1 million below normal. This sales tax news arrives just a couple of months after the city announced that fiscal year 2021, which runs from October 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2021, saw $1.02 billion in gross gaming revenue in Biloxi. That's the highest yearly total since legalized gaming began in Biloxi 30 years ago. Why is this news important to a Biloxi resident or business owner? The taxes on gaming and sales typically account for 2/3 of the city's annual operating revenue, followed by property taxes. Our goal now, says Mayor Gillage, and it's the same thing he said when we saw record-breaking gaming revenue, is to keep people coming back, to keep making the quality of life and the quality of place improvements that you would expect to see in a community with a vibrant economy. When it comes to Biloxi, the mayor says, if he were a betting man, he would bet the over. You can see the trends on sales tax collections in Biloxi right here on the city's website. Daily passenger rail service from New Orleans to Mobile may be on hold for the moment, but Amtrak announced this week that new platforms are expected to be in place this fall in Bay St. Louis, Gulfport, Biloxi, and Ocean Springs. Amtrak, says Biloxi CAO Mike Leonard, is on track. This is the location of where the new platform will be in Biloxi. It's along Esters Boulevard, just east of Raynor Street, and it's going to connect to CTA's Biloxi Transit Center. This transit center, by the way, is the only such multimodal center between New Orleans and Jacksonville. The center offers waiting rooms, ticket counters, restrooms, local transportation to nearby hotels and MGM Park, long-distance transportation through Greyhound, a restaurant, and other businesses. Amtrak, we're ready. And now, the COVID-19 report.
High case numbers and hospitalizations continue to be reported daily. As of Wednesday, January the 19th, the Health Department reports more than 8,000 new cases of the virus statewide in a 24-hour period. 48 deaths were also reported, but 39 of those occurred between January the 14th and January the 18th, and 9 deaths occurred between October the 5th and December the 30th. In Harrison County, more than 500 new COVID-19 cases were reported on Wednesday, with 1 new death. Overall, more than 500,000 cases of the virus has been reported throughout Mississippi since the pandemic began in early 2020. Statewide, more than 10,000 Mississippians have died from COVID-19. In Harrison County, more than 43,000 cases of the virus have been reported, with 576 deaths. At the hospitals, as of January the 18th, 1,400 people were in Mississippi hospitals with COVID-19. 285 of those were in intensive care units. Along the coast, 157 people were hospitalized with the virus, and 32 of those were in intensive care units. Look at this chart from the health department. It's regarding the number of COVID-19 patients and available ICU beds at Merit. Now look at this chart regarding the number of COVID-19 patients and available ICU beds at Memorial. As for Mississippi's vaccination rate, as of January the 19th, still only 44% of the population is fully vaccinated. As for Harrison County, still only 44% of residents are reported as fully vaccinated, according to the health department. If you are experiencing symptoms of COVID-19 or have been exposed and need testing, the Coastal Family Health Center is holding a free drive-through testing event this month from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday at the Yankee Stadium parking lot on Lee Street in East Biloxi. The health department suggests these COVID-19 safeguards. For more information about vaccinations, links to appointments, and safety protocols, visit the city's website at biloxi.ms.us, or you may call the Mississippi COVID-19 hotline at 877-978-6453 to schedule a COVID-19 vaccination.
The Biloxi City Council, after some spirited debate this week, announced that for February and March there will be 2 night meetings. The typical first Tuesday of the month meeting at 6 o'clock and the meeting on the third Tuesday. That's February 22nd and March 22nd. Also will be 6 p.m. meetings. Too many dates and numbers for you? Right here on the city website, you can see the council meeting schedule, agendas for meetings, minutes, contact information, and even video replays of meetings. This was the scene Thursday afternoon down at the public parking lot south of the Biloxi Lighthouse. Seymour Engineering says you'll be seeing this new flagpole going up soon. It's going to be right here where the traffic cone and pallet are located. Over in the background, you can see the replica of the Saturn V rocket, which is where the Fred Hayes statue will be unveiled in a public ceremony on Super Sunday, February 13th, 2022. It's going to be at 1:30 in the afternoon. Please plan on being there. Work continues at the site, and of course design work continues on what Mayor Gillage says will be an inviting and sustainable lighthouse pier to replace this storm-damaged pier.
The weather this weekend will be cold and mostly sunny. Gotta love the South Mississippi weather. Temperatures will range from a low in the upper 20s to highs in the mid-50s. Over at the Biloxi Little Theater, Lemmings, a dark comedy, will be playing this weekend and next weekend. Visit 4blt.org for tickets. At the casinos, Smokey Robinson will be at the Beau Rivage on Saturday, and Vicki Lawrence and Mama will be at the IP also on Saturday. The Biloxi Parks and Recreation Department has opened online registration for its baseball and softball leagues. Register online at biloxiyouthbaseball.com. For ages, fees, and registration details, call Greg Eleuteris at 228-388-2483. And for more happenings, check out the Biloxi Community Calendar in the January edition of B News Monthly. It can also be viewed on the city's website by clicking here. We leave you today with the scene from the A.J. Holloway Sports Complex Tuesday night. It's soccer time and the kids are having a ball. We'll see you again next week.